Saints win, shutting out the Las Vegas Raiders 24-0 back inside the Caesars Superdome. We go. Saints color analyst Deuce McAllister standing by. Deuce, it wasn't perfect, but this is about as good as they've played. This is the best they've played this season. They put it together today.
Yeah, I mean, you're always striving to have that perfect game anyway, and so I don't know if that ever actually occurs, but it was so good to see those guys go out there and have fun and then execute at a high level and do some of the things that we thought they were capable of doing. Christian, I'm going to give you the post-game injury report, which is brought to you by LCMC Health. We're keeping you well so you can be in that number. One guy that we obviously are concerned with is Mark Ingram, left with a knee injury. Hopefully he is okay. We did see David Onyemata. I know he went in the tent as well as Justin Evans went into the tent, but both of those guys were able to return. But, I mean, you finally saw that if you take care of your business as far as some of the things that you have to do throughout the week, it'll show up for you, and it showed up for this group today.
Deuce, for Alvin Kamara, what a day. 28 touches in all, 18 attempts on the ground, 62 yards, a touchdown, 9 receptions, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. 42.8 fantasy points, so can't get much better.
Yeah, bro, y'all gonna have to find y'all another color analyst because I was talking to a fan earlier, like I told you via social media, and I said, how about 3? And then right before they called timeout, I said the Saints are gonna do this, and I would call timeout. So, big brother, y'all better speed up that process. I think I'm gonna go get my lotto tickets. You know, it's been good, but you know, go get my lotto tickets and go sit on the beach for a couple weeks.
Deuce, in today's day and age, in particular, the Raiders' offense, they're no chumps. I mean, they were averaging 28 points the last 3 games, and you shut them out. That's a significant accomplishment.
It's a significant accomplishment. I mean, right there until the end of the game, they hadn't even crossed the 50.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 3 minutes, I think, left in the game when they crossed over the 50, and so the Saints were dominant. They were dominant. You talked about having to tackle, and now look, they moved the ball early against the Saints, and they just got themselves in some 3rd and long situations. And the Saints, they didn't kind of bend at all whatsoever, and they just made play after play after play. And we talked about that defensive line, Cam Jordan showing up or, some other guys having to show up with him. And that's exactly what happened. You're so happy for Peyton Turner, for him to have those 2 sacks. The one that, David Onyemata made a few plays. You had Kentavious Street making a play for a tackle for loss. And then, you look at it where Davenport, a tremendous amount of pressure, had his sack taken away because of a holding call. So, those are the guys that have to make plays for you, and they definitely did so.
Raiders possessions: punt, downs, interception, punt, end of half, punt, end of game. They had 3 first half or second half possessions, just 3. And all this done with no Marshawn Lattimore when you hold Devontae Harris to 1 reception on 3 yards.
Yeah, Devontae, he was frustrated, and, he's a good player, but the Saints, I can't compliment them enough on some of the go routes, on how they squeezed him completely down on the sideline, and where the throw would have had to been perfect and looked like he was going to make one, right there on the sideline, but did not do so. So those young corners, man, they did a phenomenal job, because Devontae Adams, you were kind of worried about, his production, how he would be able to, do some things to you, and it really didn't happen, man.